the purchase of your new Mercedes-Benz E-Class. I'm Rebecca Sides and I'll be talking you through some of the main controls. To start, here's the key, the first of our new design on the Mercedes-Benz E-Class key. To open, press the button here upside down, and to close, press the button here. To open the boot, press and hold here. Bringing you slightly further back, we here have the option for your child locks. You'll see a little lever here, knock up to lock and knock back down to release. To the rear of the vehicle you have your fuel cap. If you press it once it will open. This particular car is diesel, but just double check if it's unleaded or diesel as per the fuel cap. Quick twist, and if you leave it to rest in the compartment here it will save any scratching on the car. And then to close, pull it back in, quick turn and you're locked. This car also has the option of AdBlue if you speak to your local dealer, and it will give you full details on what this is. Just coming to the inside of the cap, you also have your tyre pressures on the inside there. To open the boot, if you press and hold the key, and the boot will raise. In the boot, you will see your handbook and wallet with full instruction leaflets, some yellow vests, and if you open the boot here, you will see underneath your towing eye and your tyre fit kit if it's specific on that car. Not all vehicles do come with those, so please check your owner's manual. In order to lock the boot, press the button here and it will automatically close. Now to the inside of the vehicle, and let's start with the driver door. First you have your electric mirrors and then your electric windows. In order to activate your electric mirrors, simply press the left or right button, pop it into place with the up, down, left or right arrows, and then you're good to go. You then have your electric windows for the front and electric windows for the rear. You can also deactivate the electric windows in the rear if you wish by pressing the button once and a red light will come on. This will mean that any children or passengers in the rear can't mess with the windows, and then press again in order to turn back on. The vehicle also comes with automatic central locking when you drive off. In order to unlock the car from the inside, press the button once, and in order to lock, press again below. This particular model has memory seats. In order to change the position of the seat, press forward or back or forward for the rear of your seat, and up or down for the headrest. You also then have on the door heated seats on this particular model. Press once to turn on, and then press again and again in order to lower the heat. Coming to the door itself, you also have a button in order to be able to open the boot. If you pull it once, and then the boot will open. Just coming to the steering column, in order to turn the car on, this particular car has keyless go, so you can have the key as long as it's in the car anywhere within the vehicle. Just going to pop it here. It's foot on the brake and press on the start button and the engine will start. Coming down here we have your handbrake. Pull once to turn off, and to put back on, press back in. In order to know it's back on, just double check that you have a P on the dash. Coming up we then have your automatic lights. These will probably be set to automatic on the handover, so don't worry too much about those. And then to the left you have your fog lights. Coming slightly higher we have your gear shift. In order to activate, the foot has to be on the brake. So it's foot on the brake, down into drive, up into reverse, and then press P for park. Don't worry about any of the beeps, it's just because we have the door open for filming. So just to go through that one more time, it's foot onto the brake, down for D into drive, up for R into reverse, and into P for park. Coming to the left hand side you then have your indicator stick, and it's also your rain sensitive wipers. So it's up for right, down for left, and back to the centre to cancel. And then for rain sensitive wipers, if you knock it up to the first setting, but you can also manually override to make them go faster, or just bring it down again in order to cancel. To clean the window, press and hold the silver button on the side, and that will clean the window. Coming to the steering wheel itself, on the left hand side here you have your volumes to increase and decrease, and you also have a mute button. In order to access the menus on the screen, press the top button here and your menus will come up for your trip, your navigation, and you can control these via the touchpad here, just going left or right. In order to access, for example, trip, press down once and then that will take you into that particular menu. Just coming to the left hand side, you have the option to be able to answer your phone or put down a phone once we've set up your phone and navigation. In order to set up your phone, you press the phone button over here. Just wait for the screen to load, won't be 1 second. And we go into Tell. I'm going to show you how to set up on an iPhone, but of course you can set up on any other phone. So we're going to press the Tell button here, which will take us to the phone screen. And then we're going to scroll down to the third setting, and go to connect a device. I'm using the centre console here the whole time, which is the centre dial, which enables us to use all of the menus. If you press down, if you're using an iPhone, you have to be in the settings screen for Bluetooth. So go into Bluetooth and just double check that your Bluetooth is switched on. It has to be switched on and you have to be in this menu, otherwise it won't allow you to search. I'm now going to click the car to start searching for any phones which are in range. Once it's come up with your phone, just scroll down and press enter. It will then come up with a pairing code on your phone and also a pairing code on the car. Just click OK, and then once you're connected, you're good to go. This will mean now safe and legal driving whilst using your phone within the vehicle, and you can answer or cancel any calls you wish whilst in the car. Your phone book will also route through to the vehicle, so anyone who calls you will come up with their name, but it will take a few minutes for the first time just to do that. Now, just to show you how to enter a destination, if you go to navigation and it will bring up your map. If you pull down and press the enter button, it will then bring up your menu. If you press enter, you can then enter a destination. Again, I'm using the centre dial here the whole time, and I'm going to enter a destination. Now it comes up, it's a European sat-nav, so it could have any country, but I've already preset it to Great Britain, which it should be for you on handover, but just double check that when the car arrives. And I'm going to enter the postcode for the dealership just because it's the easiest. So we're going to go L, and then 3. And then I'm going to need a space, so I'm going to go up to the next row and I'm just going to go across to the dash, and then once I've entered that, it's going to take me back to the numbers, so 7, and then up once more, and then I'm going to click D, and then finally B, and then enter, and then it will come up with some options of postcodes above. You then push up to that menu again using the dial, and then click enter, and then we are good to go. If you then click on select destination, the car will then find the destination which you're going to. You then click on start route guidance.
The route is being calculated.
And the route will be calculated, and then we can get ready to go and it's all set. Just coming back down to the centre, if you press the menu button, it will bring up your climate control aircon, which is for driver and for passenger. You can increase or decrease the heat with the buttons on the centre console, and also increase the flow, and also if you want aircon or rear aircon or front blast. It's entirely up to yourself. You then have a button for your radio. In order to go through your stations, just use the dial in the centre and just go through whichever stations are already on the vehicle. In order to enter to go and listen to one, just press down on the centre dash. We then have the option for media, where you can enter such things as a disc, or if you have an SD card or a USB stick, or in fact an iPod or iPhone, you can connect that via the centre console. Just coming back to the centre dash, if you click the little compartment here, it will load up for your twin cup holder and your 12 volt adapter. Then further down we have your dial, of which controls all of the car, your volume up and down, and if you press this button here, it will open up the centre armrest where you can input an iPod or USB connector or iPhone, as I mentioned before, to listen to music. Just coming back to the door here, you'll see a button here, an 00800 number. That's a free phone number, and it's Mercedes-Benz Breakdown, which is a free of charge service on all of our vehicles. It's free roadside assistance, so should you ever need it, that number is there. Just under the column, the steering column, you have the button here in order to be able to open your bonnet. If you give that a pull, that will release the bonnet. You can then change your wiper fluid should you so wish. Just pour it in here, open the cap, close it back up, and then that's all done. Thank you so much for the purchase of your Mercedes-Benz E-Class. I hope you enjoy your new vehicle. If there's any further questions that you should have, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thanks so much now. Bye bye.